Darkness hungered for our world. Its evil titans led armies without limit. Mortals alone could not win this war. We fled to the heavens, hoping that the legend was true. That in times of peril, new titans would rise. Heroes to help us rebuild and to lead our strongest against the dark. We must forge new alliances, but if the dawn is ever to come, the Titans must rise once more.
How's it going, everyone? Darshi Gong here, gaming on the dark side, GOTDS, and oh man, today we got this, I guess, right? Sad times. A chapter seems to be closing in the books. That's right, we're talking about, Dawn of Titans. But before we do, let me get into probably one of the last intros I'll be able to do with this, right? So let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm...
Alright guys, well on the 14th of January, Friday, they did drop a blog post, and it reads as thus: as we enter the new year, we move into a new phase for Dawn of Titans. Looking forward, there will no longer be any leaderboard events going live in the game. And in addition, the live update blog post will cease from today, with only major updates and announcements added to the blog in the future. Whoa! That's a pretty big statement, guys. There's a lot of things being inferred into this sentences here, right? I mean, they're saying we're moving to the new year. We were all waiting, right? It's been, about a month since the last blog update. And this is what we get, guys. They're saying basically there will be no more leaderboard events, no more Alliance War, no more Conquest, no more solo events. Anything that would be a leaderboard event, it seems like there will no longer be there going live in the game, and that is very, very upsetting to hear. That there will be nothing there in that ever, right? I just don't. That's not cool. And then when it talks about the live update blog posts will cease from today, that means there will be no more blog posts at all. Right? I mean, that they're not going to be telling us about, hey, we got these dudes that are running this script that is ruining the game for a lot of people with all the hacking. They're not going to talk about that, right? They're not going to address that. Nah, why would they? They're not going to be addressing, hey, we got some balance changes coming. Are they going to do any balance changes? Probably not. I think what you see is what we got in the game, and that's pretty sad to think about. So is there anything to look forward to in the game? Well, they did add this in. They said, we aim to make the core of Dawn of Titans experience more streamlined for players, and the following changes will be rolled out later today to accommodate this. Reduced upgrade costs and times for all buildings. Temple altar gem costs are going to be reduced by 50%. Divine Shrine altar costs reduced by 50%. Raid plinth costs reduced to 1 portal stone. Capture plinth costs reduced to 2 portal stones. It's only going to cost you 1 stone to raid, 2 stones to cap. And that includes garrisons, guys. Only 1 stone to hit a garrison. Raid garrisons, cost reduced to 1 portal stone. Portal stone shop cost reduced by 50%. If you're buying portal stones, guys, I can see with gems, but if you're buying gems, slap yourself. It's not worth it. Portal Stone replenish time reduced from 7 minutes to 1 minute. Let's see here. Portal Stone replenish cost reduced from 6 gems to 2 gems. Now, this is kind of interesting. If you are someone that grinds and raids and all that stuff, I'll have to do something with this here and kind of show if it's possible to almost just raid non-stop. If you do it correctly with your gems, is it going to replenish fast enough that you're able to do that? I'll have to look into that and try that out maybe in a future video. Let's see here. Cost to build spells and troops reduced to 1 gold and food. And it only takes 1 second as well, guys. I've seen that. Every troop only takes 1 second to make now. So you can be making troops non-stop, and they only cost 1 food, as well as the spells. 1 gold. Cost to fuse titans reduced to 10 food. Cost to forge relics reduced to 500 food, base and additional. So everything's going to cost less with resources. Now, for someone that might have a resource glitch like myself, who has billions in food and gold, well, it never affected me anyways, and this just means I'm going to get, well, billions more, I guess. Additional 100% XP when fusing relics. Well, that's going to help when you guys are, trying to get your relics up to, level 10. And 3-time guaranteed reward drops from PvP battles. So that means basically, guys, it's like Conquest forever. You're going to get 3-time drops all the time, every time. So, yeah, that's what we got there, right? And it says here, we want to thank our community and players for such a memorable past year with the launches of our greatest Titan collections and ultimate cosmic overlord, the Nexus. And as always, we'll see you on the battlefield. So, let's talk about some of these cost reductions and what that means for you if you are still playing the game. Overall, these changes are going to be a little bit different depending on where you are in the game. Whether you're a brand new player that's coming into the game right now, as of today, someone who's been playing for a bit, maybe you're like, late beginning game, mid game, somewhere around there, and then our end game players. When it comes to reduced upgrade costs and times for all buildings, end game obviously doesn't really matter to us. Most of us have that already done anyways. If you're mid game, it's pretty much a matter of, I guess, maybe you just have this need inside you to finish the game in a sense and finish everything just to be completed, like your OCD is kicking in. Well, hey, this is going to help you get that done. If you're a brand new player, I'm not too sure how much longer the game is actually going to last. It could be a month. Heck, it could be a year. I'm not too sure, guys, and all that, right? But, I mean, if you got into the game and you wanted to be able to progress much more quickly, to be able to play at a higher level, I guess, in a sense, this reduced upgrade cost of timers and buildings is really going to help out a lot. I really wish they would have done this a long time ago. We could have gotten a lot of brand new players into the game and got them at a higher level much more quickly to allow them to play with us. And I think that would have gone a long way to keeping the game alive maybe a bit longer. So that's my feelings on that one there. Now you got your temple, altar, gem costs are reduced by 50%. This is going to be stuff like, you want to buy a Titan token, you want to buy a relic token, stuff like that. It's all reduced in half. So the costs are cheaper. So if you're doing your dailies and you're getting your gems and all that stuff, and I guess they might still have the weekly rewards. So if you're in an alliance that's getting those weekly rewards, you're getting your gems that way. You can sit there and get yourself some tokens in that respect. But, I mean, overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty much just a way to have like a fire sale and get rid of the gems you already have at a much more reduced cost. Same thing's going to go for the Divine Altar. Divine gems are going to obviously be much, much, much more difficult to obtain at this point in time without events. You can only get them as a reward for an alliance. So I think, if anything, for the people that really want divine gems, well, hey, they'll be warring quite a bit to maintain where they want to get those divine gems to be able to get the divine relics. You still got the bug relics and the maid staff and the chess pieces, which are guaranteed pools. You have your random pools and all that to worry about too. Those have been reduced down by 50%. So, I mean, hey, you can burn your DGs. I've got quite a bit. I know a lot of people are wondering when I'm going to make a video burning all those DGs down. Well, we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. I might just end up holding on to them and saying forget about it, and just gambling to the end and seeing if maybe something will come up and the game will be resurrected and all my DGs that I saved up will actually be worth something. Or they just go to nowhere. Either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end for me, I guess. But that's going to be a decision for yourself when it comes to your divine gems. Now, portal stones are going to be interesting here, guys. They've reduced the cost of raiding to 1 portal stone. Right? Now, if you want to cap a land, it's only 2 portal stones. So that's insane, right? You max out at 30 portal stones at the end of the game, right? You'll have 30 portal stones a pop. So that's 30 battles you guys can get knocked out there, right? Now, they've reduced the time to replenish portal stones from 7 minutes to only 1 minute. So you got to think here, even with someone as fast as Bellabog, you're only going to get maybe, if you're really moving, 4 to 5 battles within a minute. Right, so that's 5 portal stones. You're replenishing a portal stone every minute. So is it possible to basically endlessly raid? I think it might be. And like I said, that's going to be a video I'm going to try out. I think I'm going to try that out this weekend or during this week. And I'm going to see if I'm able to just nonstop raid with how long can I go before I burn out my portal stones? Can I raid faster than it replenishes? And I encourage you guys to try out the same challenge. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can find a Titan that allows you to raid back to back to back at a fairly good clip. I mean, obviously we can have a slow as molasses Titan, and of course it's going to last forever. But hey, that does definitely take out a bottleneck that some players, especially free-to-play players, had, which is you were limited by the amount of portal stones you had, especially if you weren't going to put any money into the game. Well, hey, there was definitely set cutoff times, right? You can only raid for so long. You had to wait for things to replenish, and then you would raid again. Now you might be able to raid nonstop. That's going to change some things, especially to allow free-to-play players to engage in all-out warfare, because that was definitely something that was expensive to do, especially in respect to portal stones. Next is how long it takes to make troops. That was another bottleneck that we would have when it comes to war. If you were having your troops get decimated, you weren't running a Titan that was basically a solo build Titan, you're only going in with like the 3 troops at a time, and your troops were getting burned alive as they're going in, well, hey, you had to stop and remake troops. If you didn't have enough food, you didn't have enough time to do it, well, that's going to slow you down. Now, it only costs 1 food per troop and takes 1 second to make them. So by the time you finish a given battle, your troops can be completely refreshed and you have more than enough food to go around and make them. So it's going to make, like I said, war just almost be like a non-stop proposition. You can sit down and probably just go for hours straight and do it. I am very curious to see what that would look like if people are still interested in playing. I think for the first week or 2 we might see that, but will it die out? I'm not too sure, because I mean, I think anything too much of a good thing gets old after a while. Just going non-stop warring, and people are leaving. You're playing against the same exact people, the same exact builds. That's going to get old. It's just going to get old, guys. There's no variation, and that's not going to bode well for the game, in my opinion. Now, if you want to fuse your Titans, that's great. It's reduced the cost there, guys. So like I said, for our beginner players, this is more for you. It's very difficult to, let's say you get a 4-star Titan. It's much easier to get a 4-star Titan in this game at an early game level. The only problem is leveling that Titan is very expensive food-wise. And sometimes it's even impossible because you get to a point where you cannot store enough food to be able to even pay for the cost of upgrading your Titan. So this now reduces it only to 10 food. Yes, beginner players will be able to get their Titans up to the current max level for their castle. Remember, there's hard caps on that. You have to be at a certain point in the game to be able to go all the way up to level 60 with your Titan. So just keep that in mind. If that's your goal, then you got to use those reduced building timers to get your castle built up to the level where you're able to raise a Titan and your Titan Hall up to where you're able to get a Titan up to level 60. Let's see here. The cost of forging relics is reduced. Once again, it's the same thing. That's something that's going to benefit lower level players or beginner players. It's going to benefit end game players too that want to finish up some relics, or if maybe you buy yourself a brand new 5-star DG relic to level it up. But that's a very finite window of things you have to worry about. It's our beginning players that are going to be constantly forging things as they move up and get new things. So that's going to help them there. The 100 XP when fusing relics, once again, that helps out a lot. And then the 3 reward drops. 3 times guaranteed reward drops, basically endless conquest. That's going to benefit anybody and everybody. It's just going to give you lots of stuff to do. So the only thing I can see is it just clogging up inventory for players that are constantly warring. The con, I guess, like the The not good part about having 3-time drops is that if we're warring at the pace that we can now, your inventory will fill up very quickly, and it will be annoyingly time consuming to constantly be clearing that inventory out, especially once you have basically leveled all your relics, leveled all your titans. Well, then you're just going to be spending a lot of time trying to throw away stuff. And I guess that slows you down, and that gets monotonous over time. So that's my opinion on the changes they have here. The question I really want to ask everybody, and I would love to hear your comments below on this, is do you think that these changes, because this is all we have, right? The way the game is now looking, is this enough to keep the players that we have? Which, I mean, if you're looking at the way it looks like already on Reddit, not Reddit, but on our Discord and other places, it's not. People are already leaving, right? Is it enough to keep them? Is it enough to reinvigorate some people, not just for the short term, but for a longer term time? I mean, it's easy to get people going, oh, we'll try this out for a week, but you get burnt out quickly, dude. I mean, a lot of these guys, warring guys, they're warring, right? They're used to warring, but at a certain place, right? You're trying to hit garrisons, you're getting max X, VP, but now it's going to be a little bit different with everyone hitting so much and capping so easily and all that. It reduces certain costs. So it's going to be more like grinding. And from my experience, man, because I'm a grinder, that's a very... It's painful to do for long periods of time, consistently, all the time. It burns you out. And I can see it burning out people even with war, especially if, well, hey, man, the rewards are always basically the same. There's no variation. We're going to get to the point where pretty much all you're going to see is P10 Reavers and P10 Calvaraxes everywhere and all. I mean, because you can still get those guys in the altar. It's still possible, right? So that's all you're going to see. Everyone's going to have these titans. It's going to be the same builds, the same relics, and it's going to be the same fight every single time. And I'm just not too sure if there's enough there to make people want to do that same exact fight, the same 3 to 4 minute fight, maybe even 2-minute fight, over and over and over again. I don't know. Personally, I don't see it lasting that way, guys, without something else to switch it up, to mix things up. I don't see it. But maybe you feel differently. If you think that these changes are not only going to maintain a strong player base that we have currently with our current players, but it also will attract new players, because you need those new players to take care of to supplant the ones that are leaving, because we're constantly have people leaving the game. We need new people coming in to take their place. Will it bring new players in? What do you guys think? Please comment below. And last question, I guess, going into that, sorry I kind of jumped a gun, is with new players, does anything about how the game is now, with the prospect of no new events, no new titans, no way other than gambling in the casino, right, with gems and DGs that are going to take weeks and weeks and weeks to accumulate, months to accumulate, and all that, to get some of these relics, is there any reason for a new player to jump into the game and even hope to think they'll be competitive in any way, shape, or form in this game? Is there? Right? They have no new titans that can kind of help level the playing field. They have no way of getting a large amount of DGs to be able to get a good relic, right? And all that stuff. I mean, you can go for the basic relics, the old school relics, but we know that the chess pieces and the bugs are going to be the ones that they really need if they want to be competitive. What about some of these special relics they're not going to see and all that, right? So, I mean, I don't know. If you guys think that new players are going to want to play this game long term, other than just, maybe I'll just play it for novelty and have a little bit of fun, the lower stuff, but what's the point, right? I just don't see it either. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm not trying to be, down on the game and all that stuff, guys. I'm just speaking the reality of it, at least from my point of view. You guys might see it differently. I don't know. So, like I said, I would love to hear you guys' comments below on this stuff. This is a really big thing in the game, in the sense, and what's going to happen. The biggest thing for me, though, when I really think about it, guys, is just losing the vehicle that I have here with all of you guys and keeping contact with everybody. Without this game, right, I'm not too sure how the relationships I've created are going to be moving forward, right? Like people have brought it up, and I really do think that the best way it's been said is it's like the end of high school. I know you guys have heard that in other videos from other streamers and all that stuff, and I'll repeat it. Yeah, it's like the end of high school. We're all ending high school right now, and it's like kind of like everyone's gonna go their own separate ways, and you're gonna hope to hold on to some of these relationships, but when you don't have something in common to be doing, it's hard to maintain. All right, we're gonna find new communities, new groups to join. People are going to take up new hobbies. Some people are going to be backing off majorly from online gaming or mobile gaming possibly and doing something completely different. And, hey, you know, it's going to be tough. So I really hope that if you guys have formed some strong friendships and bonds in this game, that you guys can maintain them outside of this game. Maybe you go out and find a new one. Maybe you guys find a new hobby you guys can do, something that allows you to stay in contact with each other and to stay together, you know, would be awesome. And, you know, for anyone that wants to keep following me, don't worry, I'm not going to be going anywhere. I'm going to be doing my best to try to find new ways to expand on this channel. I know I've talked about it. It's just life sometimes gets in the way, but I will be doing more things. Free-to-play Zeus beat me to a game I was trying to do a review for. I was starting to put my stuff together, and he put it out there. Damn you, Free-to-play Zeus. It's a mech arena, but I'm still going to make my video anyways because I have a different way of looking at it than he does. However, I do recommend you guys check out his video, Free-to-play Zeus. Mech Arena is a actually pretty fun game. From my opinion so far, from how much I've played with it, I can say that this game has a very high free-to-play value in the game, which I'll explain in my video how I'm going to break it down for free-to-play players and all that. Yeah, I mean, this definitely probably one of the best ones I've seen in a while when it comes to that. However, they really do ask for your money quite a bit. They almost go to a straight-up Raid Shadow Legends level of, you know, annoyance when it comes to wanting you to spend money in the game. But once again, that'll be that video from Mech Arena. But this is a DOT video, guys, so I apologize. Now, I do have one last thing I want to say before I go into the end of it here and close it out with, I feel, an appropriate song, which will probably make sure this video doesn't get monetized, or I'll probably, you know, whatever. It is what it is and all that. But still, we could do this, DOT community, and I would comment below on this one and let me know what you guys think. If we could gather enough of us DOT players, right? The guys that know how to do the warring, the grinders, the event players, all of us, right? We all get together, and as a group, we can find, let's say, I don't know, some random game, right? We find a game that we all say, you know, might not be the best game. It's not this, it's not that, but it does have a, you know, a player community. They have their little groups and alliances or leagues or whatever they want to call them, right? And we as a group just literally go to that game and like a freaking plague of DOT locusts all work together, guys, coordinate and just decimate people, right, as a group. And I mean, we even call ourselves a DOT locust. I don't care. I think that would be kind of fun to go to a brand new game, work together, push each other up to a certain level to where we can just be a thorn in the side of established players in that game. And they're saying, who the hell are you guys? Where'd you guys come from? And we'll be like, hey man, we're freaking refugees from DOT. This is what happens when you unleash us into the mobile globosphere of games, right? So if you guys are down for something like that, let me know below. Maybe we can get enough people together that we can go do that, man. And just like I said, just be an annoyance to establish games in other places and all that, and just to see what happens. I think that would be kind of fun to do as well. All right, guys. So with that being said, this, like I said, won't be my last video on this channel, but it might be pretty much one of the last videos I make for DOT. Like I said, I got a couple things I want to play with, so there might be 1 or 2 more videos coming out for this game. But other than that, you're not going to see much more content for DOT. All right, guys, so hopefully my other video games I'm playing and other stuff like that will keep you guys interested in watching. Just check in from time to time and see what I'm up to and all that. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I've appreciated all of you guys so much. It's been an amazing year and a half, I think, I've been doing videos now. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for your support and always being around, especially for these long-winded videos I make. I guess I make these videos in a way that, like for me, since I'm a grinder, I like listening to the podcasts that the other players have while I'm grinding. So hopefully you guys are listening to this while you're doing something. Maybe you're in the car, maybe you're doing the dishes, whatever, and you're listening to my melodious voice and all that. I really greatly appreciate it, guys. You've been amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't thank you all enough for all the wonderful memories and the community in this game. Do a couple personal shout outs here. You got Vintage, you got Godan, you got Zalon, Churro, Chance House, Above Below, Polo, let's see, Pisces Shark. I know you're not there anymore, man, but maybe you saw this video. There's you, dude. There's Ferranic. There's Budakar. There's so many freaking names. There's so many people that I wish I could remember off the top of my head. I wish I would have wrote the list down because I could say it, but I definitely want you guys to know, if I didn't say your name just now, that I do appreciate everyone. I'm George. There's Grace George. There's Free to Play Zeus. There's Nadim. There's oh god, man, who else is in there? You got Draco Gaming. You got all these other guys. Oh my god, I wish I could remember everyone's names right now, just to say thanks to everybody, and that I've had such a pleasure being with all you guys. So with that being said, let's close this out, I think, in the most sentimental and best way yet. I feel this song definitely does it, but I'll have to have the background with DOT.
But yes, so thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you soon, as always. We will be playing the game and we'll see you in the game. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Apologies, but yeah, as always, we will see you on the battlefield.
Bye,
see
guys.
you soon.
Hopefully soon, guys.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, it's Godan.
PDOT community, this is Sunday. Coming at you. Things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you would stay.
Hey guys, this is Free to Play Zeus and welcome back to my channel.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Welcome to the Chance and House shit show.
When I see you again.
Hello everyone, hello my friends. Thank you for joining me here.
From where we began,
we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
Buonasera, buonasera ragazzi, buonasera Dot Italia, si torna.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost.
You can't have anything really cool. All you're gonna get are these little sticky hands, dude. You know, that's what it feels like when you get some of this stuff.
Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh!
You were standing there by my side, and now you gonna be with me.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to another late night stream.
Your way, yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Chef Bass Guy, coming at you live from Play.
without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.
It's your boy Dashigo.
Oh,
Welcome to Gaming on the Duck Side.
about it when I see you